The Fantastico.
There it is, yep.
Yeah, that came from Isley via Amazing Maples, via Michael Oxman's budget. I had a budget left over. I had a surplus.
From what?
From 2017. My kid helped me work, and he made me profitable for the first time ever. So this would be then the upper bank of a pond?
Yeah, well, my theory, my hope is that this is the back wall to the pond. We'll continue planting and stones across here, a path down there, wraps around, comes up onto a landing here, and connects with the path behind the Japanese garden. This is an alternate path. And
you always have to get to the rear of any landscape feature.
Yeah, as I'm suggesting to Jones & Jones, and what I think needs to happen is, ultimately, we need to pump water out of the Mapes Creek to feed this pond, because there's not enough water coming out of the spring pond to feed a pond. So you just pump it into here and then it returns back. But this is the well that feeds the waterfall in the Japanese garden. And it doesn't have a lot of flow. And I think that waterfall in the Japanese garden needs more flow. So I would hook up a pump from here to feed this pipe and then run more water that way. Then this water, the well water, would just run down a small creek water feature here that drops into the pond.
So basically convert this well from going uphill to going straight downhill.
Going downhill, yeah.
Yeah.
And then use the pipe to feed a larger volume of water into the Japanese garden, which is very stagnant and needs more water added to it.
More flow.
It needs more flow. It needs more aeration. It needs more of that.
Yeah, a lot of those plants are really super moss covered, and it has had quite a bit of overstory. And now that the maple woods is put in, there's a little bit of sun coming in there now.
Yeah, and I mean some of these big trees I think need to be removed. That big deep multi-stem deodar is a pretty shaky tree.
And the pines really didn't mature very well either.
No, and it would be okay if some of that stuff was removed, I think. So those are some of my recommendations for that.
And then for people that are watching this video, we can probably tell them that the Atlas cedar right here is one of Cass Turnbull's favorite trees, and when she died, Plant Amnesty arranged to have this planted here. And then over here, I was noticing that little Japanese maple right there.
Yep.
That looks kind of familiar.
That's the one that you got from West Seattle Nursery.
Yeah.
Akita Yatsubusa.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I hope
these two Japanese maples, we collected those at Star Nursery.
Just lately?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Amir was saying that this one was a bear to get in here.
Well, they were pretty easy to get in.
Really?
Drove them in.
Must have been tied up.
No, we got it in the bucket, put it on the trailer, and drove it back that way, and just left it on the bucket, and then came across the lawn and planted it. That's a Siriu, nice sized Siriu, and this is an unnamed seedling that the Palmer family owns Star Nursery. And
well, it's got little tiny twigs on it.
And little tiny leaves. And Mike Palmer told me, he says, boy, you've got to dig this tree. You've got to get this one.
Where was that facility?
One over in Tukwila. They had multiple properties over there that they just sold to developers. He says, you got to move this one. And I said, well, what are we going to call it? He said, well, how about the Palmer Palmatum? Okay.
There it is.
Something like that.
So as the upper backdrop for the pond, this could be pretty nice in a few years.
Oh, it'd be beautiful.
As long as somebody didn't get too attached to mowing that lawn all the time down there.
Well, people would be okay to not mow the lawn. there's other lawns that'll be in here. And it's important to have some lawns. Mr. Kubota always wanted some turf in here. And we still have some really nice pieces of turf in the stroll garden, in the terrace, the entrance, and there'll still be some turf down here as well.
And the Huffaker turf is now all gone
Yeah.
out on the street,
Yep.
which is a good thing because that is a noisy little sound of traffic along Renton Avenue South. Okay, so let's go look at the broken pot maple.
Oh yeah, yeah.